Hi folks, greetings of the day. I'm going to walk you through today the ultimate stock filtering tool for the top 750 market cap stocks. If you're looking to streamline your technical analysis, save hours of research, and find high probability setup, this dynamic Google Sheet is your new best friend. Let's dive in. But before that, let me read out the disclaimer that I am a mutual fund distributor. My ARN number is 67526. This post, or this video post, is for educational purposes only and should not be treated as investment advice or research. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. Read all scheme related documents carefully. Find the best stocks fast. One of the best CPR and pivot screener. So this is a book of by Franklin Ochava, Secrets of a Pivot Boss. So central pivot range and this data sheet which I have prepared is based on his book and his formulas. Okay. So when you first open the Google sheet, you will find uh, first go to the tab how to use. Here you will find all the details, all the tabs wherein what information is required and which you will see. So I have my contact number also listed there. The link to the book also is given over here. Okay. Now just briefly I will touch upon what is central pivot range. First, let's talk about pivot, how it is calculated. The previous day high, low and close divided by 3, you come to a figure which is called as the pivot. Then another formula which is known as bottom central BC. The formula is high plus low divided by 2. Accordingly, top central formula also you can see on the screen and you will find in how to use tab. For details, what is the theory, CPR theory, you'll have to read the book, at least page 5 and 6, or else you can follow a Twitter handle, Wealthverse, because I have learned this CPR theory from him. So if you go to X, you'll be able to. Anyways, before you learn it, I will keep on explaining how this sheet, Google Sheet, will help you. First, once you have gone through the how to use the details, you have a risk calculator also over here. Then you have what is the meaning of relative strength, what is the meaning of adjusted slope, that is momentum, R squared. This is both based on Andreas Klinov, stocks on the move, ideas taken from there. Then there is relative RRG graph and momentum. All these are explained over here. Let's move on to dashboard. This is how the dashboard looks like. Uh, I'll not go into details right now. I'll just give you an overview. Suppose you are an intraday player. So then what is useful? Wherever it is written intraday, that is useful for you. Now how is this useful? See here Nifty 50 stocks. Nifty 50 constituents of 50 stocks. Out of this, 25.7% today closed above CPR with high value relationship. So that's why it is showing 25.7. The red triangle 22.9 is the reverse, and 37.1 it indicates it is nor high value nor above developing CPR. It means basically in simple language, it is not bullish, it is not bearish also. So 37% of the Nifty 50 stocks closed neutrally. This gets updated every 15 minutes. This gives you an idea every 15 minutes where the market is likely to go. Okay. Now same you have the pie chart for F&O intraday. Okay. Now then below that you have the weekly sentiment. On the left side you have weekly sentiment indicator, which is a graph sector wise. Let's take for example banking. Banking, 71% of the stocks are above weekly pivot, 74% are above monthly pivot. The range generally for the my 2 years experience I have observed is between 10 to 90. So if it touches 90, it means it could be considered that you can book out profit. I'm not saying that you go short. And if it goes to 10, it's good time to buy. The median is generally 50. So now today it is at 71 or 74. Maybe in a few days down the line it goes to 90 and then starts coming down slowly, 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 slowly. It means people are booking profit. Where will it stop? As per my observations and experience, it will stop at around 50 and then bounce back or may breach through. So this is how the data has to be looked at and used accordingly. Okay. Same goes for, see, this is sector wise. Below, as you can see, where my cursor is, it is for market cap, Nifty, all the 750 stocks, large cap, mid cap, small cap. Accordingly, the ratios are explained. In my further videos, or maybe you can DM me and I can clarify in detail. Now, this gives you, here you are seeing Nifty 50. It gives you various levels where you can buy, where is the pivot, where you can book your longs, or where you can go short also if you have enough experience for CPR theory. Okay, so this is what it is. Now we will go to where the data is manufactured, where the data is pulled from Google Finance. This is the sheet where all the data is pulled: daily data, weekly data, monthly data, quarterly, so on, so forth, up to yearly. Then I calculate in certain columns the price above weekly pivot, above monthly pivot. That's how. So then, if you check for all the 750 stocks, I calculate. So then I take an aggregate. How much stocks are above weekly pivot and how much are below. So the figures in green, if you see, it means it is above weekly pivot. And this data, which is calculated here, gets captured in the dashboard by way of various formulas. So accordingly, I have marked the columns market cap wise, whether it is belonging to Nifty 50, whether it is belonging to FNO category. Then you have industry status also. And these are the relative strength columns, wherein you will find that the first column, this one, this is the column wherein I calculate 1 month return. This is 3 month column return. This is this 6 month column return, and this is the 9 month column. Now all these 1, 3, 6 and 9 month buckets, I take a weighted average score. Okay, and then a relative ranking is developed. So when, based on certain setup and criteria, if out of 750 you get 50 stocks to which are bullish, this relative strength helps you to reduce from 50 to 10. This is what, so this is the meat, this is the core nucleus of the whole sheet. Next we will go to is bullish stocks. What is bullish stocks? What does it contain? Basically it contains, due based on various ideas and setup, uh, stocks to go bullish on. This is MS2, which is a value buy. Depending on the candle developing at the MS2 level, you will get the stocks listed. So there could be at times, in bearish times, 50 stocks here. Today the times are sideways, so you don't find so many stocks. And maybe half of the month has already passed, so you are getting less stocks. But they are listed and sorted as the top 10. Same goes for Confluence, it is sorted. Confluence, what is Confluence? Once you read the book, you will get an idea, or else you can Google it, CPR Theory Confluence, so you will get a good idea. Basically, I'll tell you in nutshell, weekly pivot, monthly pivot, if they are joined together, if they are in proximity of 1%, those stocks forming are called as confluence stocks, and those are basically bullish in nature because if they are trading above weekly pivot. So accordingly you have BTST, F&O, non-F&O, you have stocks closing above WR1, then you have stocks closing above weekly pivot, then you have stocks which are having alignment, that is the stock price is above weekly pivot, weekly pivot itself is above monthly pivot. So those are listed here in order of ranking. So Cupid, as per today's market, is the best stock. After that is Sirma. Then you have the sector. I will come to sector rotation, which is the last tab, but I capture that okay, whichever segment or sector Cupid belongs to, or Sirma belongs to, or maybe let's say Sansera, that is an engineering company. So if it belongs to engineering industry, capital goods, so where exactly the sector is it lagging, it is weak, is it strengthening, or it is already doing very well. So that is captured here. Then you have data of about, let's say how much, about 20 stocks which as per the formula have gone in lower circuit in the past 90 days. The idea is that if you are buying something and if it has been in a lower circuit for the past days, it could be in higher circuit also, assumption. So maybe you may want to avoid, or maybe you can continue considering the risk. Okay. Now I have here stocks which are not based on CPR theory, but all the stocks which are 90 and above. Remember, relative strength, the worst is 1, 99 is the best. So here I have a listing of all the strongest stocks which are 90 and above. Then you have stocks which are below monthly pivot but having a virgin monthly CPR. Virgin CPR, again, you can get the concept from the book or Google it. You have high chances, 80% chances or more, that if the stock is below monthly CPR and if the CPR itself is virgin, then it is 80% or more chances that it will touch monthly CPR. Based on that setup, the stocks are listed. Now, these are bearish stocks, basically the reverse of what we studied in bullish stocks. So I'll not waste your time much, but this is about bearish stocks, those who want to sell, book profit, or want to short. Then the next tab is about all the information, same which you saw in the CPR sheet, same is given here for ETFs and some of the indexes. So you get an idea. So you have weekly, monthly, up to yearly, and then you have the resistance level, etc., etc. Sometimes why you see NA, because the data being fetched is from Google Finance, so the whole sheet is automated. Nothing I do here is manually, except on weekend I change certain dates of weekly, and on month ends and quarter ends I change the respective dates. That's all. Otherwise everything is formula driven and everything is automated. I have included a holiday list also. So if the date which I have inputted falls on a holiday, it will take the data of the previous one. So this is for ETF, all the information you get, and here you get how the pivot placement is there and what the indication is. Like you see, for financial services, it is showing bullish. But since you are seeing NA, the data is being updated. As you know, I have written somewhere in the dashboard that there is a delay of 15 minutes. Then you have the last tab which is called as sector rotation. Green portion which is the leading. So today you are seeing sector rotation. You can Google it. It is called relative strength on the x-axis and rate of change on the y-axis. RRG graph is very famous. It is a concept by Julius. It was 70 years back it was done. So based on that same rough formula, certain sectors and certain market cap indices I have placed, calculated by way of formula and placed, and depending on the formula they are in leading, weakening, improving or lagging. Usually the circle is from weakening it goes to lagging, from lagging it goes to improving, and from improving it goes to leading. The other way of looking at is sometimes from leading it will go to weakening, and from weakening it will go to leading, or else From improving it will go directly to lagging, and from lagging it will directly go to improving. So this is it, folks. Please give your comments what I have not covered, so in the next video I'll try to cover it. Thank you.